to the home of the Florida Gators.
Oh my God, you got Florida Gators? Oh my God. You about to get destroyed.
Team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida
That man got the swamp.
Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Ducks will put total leather and we'll get started. Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go to the ground. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, that's not the start this offense wanted. Your starting running back puts it on the ground on his very first carry. This is a guy they need to have a big game. They need him to get his confidence going, and that last play isn't going to do that.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Moore to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hughes. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Whittington. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They want to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. He's not going to get in. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good, and the lead remains at 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative. But They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Gators will call on their punt team. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man. It's Sturdivant. At the 35, he's loose. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the ground game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires into the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Whittington. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Turns on the Jets. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch.
Hey, bro, just go ahead and quit, bro. It's about to get ugly, G.
Nice job catching the football.
It's about to get real ugly.
Using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Get off.
Right on the money. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Give to the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff, it's Ball. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he's still running after the move. Huge Yeah, it can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker. It's ball. Touchdown, Gator! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Moore will throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Great place to start for this offense. They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, after that miss, we are still sitting on a 5-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to...
Turning it on! They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big this offense ready to mount a threat.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. They just keep firing. Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And now on second down for this offense. Moore to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Whittington. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Hughes. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Got his man on the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's a really nice job by this defense. Second down is super short, probably expecting some kind of run, but stayed disciplined, played the pass, did a great job in the secondary, got the sack, and made this third down a lot more fun on their end.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's looking to pass. Back's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Moore will throw. It's complete to the right. He goes airborne, and he's in there, and the two-point try is good. They march 72 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can...
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Might be changing the route. Moore to the air. And as he throws, the pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
He's loose on the right. He's at the 30. He's at the 10.
This is too easy, man. I need a challenge, man. This is too easy.
team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Looking left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll start this drive with a pass. The quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
They're great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all of...
Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Going to the run, it's Miller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Takes a shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Ducks in the hurry up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hughes. There he goes. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Hughes. Tackled at the 29, let's give him 5 on that one. And the Ducks are on the move. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle, it's Whittington. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Caught, close to the marker, it's Hughes. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Moore to the air. Finds it back in the middle. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a 1st down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
This time on target. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. With the catch, it's Whittington. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Final play of the quarter coming. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's low. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Moore will throw. That's looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oregon.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the second.
Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Split backs here. Moore to the air. Pulls it in, it's Whittington. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Ducks want to move quickly. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there.
Just so you know you're not scoring no more.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick, and then takes it all the way back to the house.
You better kick all the field goals you can.
Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Moore will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Whittington. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Hughes. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 11. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it! On the defense, shoves him out of bounds at the 2.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air. It's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Working that left side. He's loose. The tag. Touchdown tie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's low. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's low. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moore to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Creates a little space. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will give them the lead. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Nice grab to get that swift kick inside the 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Wow, they narrowly boy, disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Moore will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. And the missed connection on third down.
Now, a fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He wants to throw it again. This time it's complete.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of that.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, in that situation, that just worked out perfectly for the defense. It was 3rd and 1, and I'm not so sure that was a pass blitz. That might have been a run blitz. That might have been the defense just trying to add an extra body in the gap, expecting run. Quarterback held on to the football, and that worked out perfectly for the D.
On fourth down, going to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Now from inside the red zone. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without... And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Under fire. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Moore to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Whittington. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Whittington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hughes. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. That's caught. It's Miller. At the 45 on his way. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
This one's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And
This was the same play, dummy.
To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run.
That was the same play.
Get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah,
You can't stop the same play. I've scored 30 plus on you with the same play. You freaking trash. You pathetic.
And let him do the rest.
Moore will throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's cool. I'm about to get the ball back. I'm finna kick on onside.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Going to sling it on second down. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Wants to throw again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
A lot of times you can tell by the pass set, that tackle gets really, really quick. You can tell that ball's going to come out quick. Great job by the defensive end, seeing the ball come out quick, getting his hands in the air, and deflecting the football.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete.
Who the hell is you throwing it to?
The chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't complete the long throw.
Good. Hey, game over. Game over. Game over. Game over, dummy. Game over.
You've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these.
Oh, he's got some space. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. At the 20, he's got space. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore to the air. It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job getting to your running back, letting him get positive yards, and then let's get up to the ball quickly.
Wants to throw on third down. Makes the grab. Smashes through the tackle. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside, stop the clock. That just can't happen.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Quarterback making checks. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's going for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on 3rd and goal from the 1. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Touchdown, Oregon! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Timeout.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Moore will throw. He's got the tight end. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Kickoff.
Why you quiet down, little bro? What's going on? What's going on? Quit crying. You was just talking stuff. Shut up. Crybaby ass.
25, no attempt at a return.
Now you
First snap of the drive for the 25.
get better. Get good at the game.
Looking to throw on 1st down.
Dummy, you trying the same play too. You just ain't succeeding. That's all. You feel me?
Like he has been really good.
It's cool.
All game long. Put up some big numbers.
He lost it high and deep down.
You keep trying the same thing. It's not going to work, bro. That's one of the best corners in the league.
Explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, one of the fastest corners. Let me say that. He ain't one of the best.
Into field goal range. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown tie. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
How about that crazy finish for this offense, man? They needed a big play. The defense knew it. They were trying to stay deep, but
Oh, you a fan of flight?
Execution by this offense. They come up with a huge play in a huge moment and take the lead late in this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Moore to the air. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. That
middle wide open, boy. All night. All night long.
The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Connection to the right. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for...